Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie
with AshHoles.
I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
Ladies and gentlemen, so today we have something very special. I was blessed with a couple of cigars from the Corona Cigar Company. One of them was called the Army of Angels, and the other one was called the FSG, the Florida Sungrown. And I'm going to actually be reviewing them. Today we're going to be doing the Army of Angels, and tomorrow we're going to do this Florida Sungrown. Both cigars that include this Florida tobacco. Now, the interesting thing about the Florida tobacco, that there's only about one farm in Florida that produces the cigar quality tobacco in these fillers. So the Army of Angels, which I'm going to be reviewing today, is actually a collaboration between Corona Cigar Company and Casa de Fernandez. So it's a nice joint. It's got Nicaraguan fillers with some Florida Sungrown fillers, a Nicaraguan binder, and a San Andreas. All right, let's see what we got. Nice woody smell coming off the wrapper. Very, very nice. Let's see the filler. The filler is actually less sweet than I expected. I expected more sweetness. It is a little, but the main note that you taste, other than the sweetness, the smell, I mean, is a nice earthiness, which is quite pleasant. One thing I want to talk about is look at the construction, the way that the veins go horizontally instead of vertically. I like that because that's actually how I like to apply my wrappers as well. Whoa. Whoa, that starts off really bitter and really woody. I expected more sweetness in that, but that fucks you up right from the beginning. It's nice. It's not overpowering, but it is there. This cigar has the really uncanny profile where it's sweet and bitter at the same time. Kind of difficult to explain. Also, just starting out, the draw is fucking great, but it also has a really, really, really great nutty flavor, at least in the beginning. So when we're smoking such a nice dark cigar, you know what that means. Better have a drink. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think I do want to say the draw and the smoke production is absolutely unbelievable. After about a half an inch, you do notice a great change in the flavor. The bitterness does back up a little bit, which is nice, but you know, it's okay if it would have kept on going, but it does kind of take lots of citrus, lots of dark chocolate, dark coffee notes. And the main thrust of the cigar, the main thrust of the flavor is actually a nice earthiness, which I'm guessing that has something to do with the San Andreas. Again, still trying to figure out where that Florida tobacco kind of steps in. Supposedly the filler is about 40% Florida tobacco, so definitely I am tasting it. But maybe by the end of the cigar I'll finally figure out what that note is, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm very, very, very impressed. I think the Florida tobacco, I found it. I think it's what's giving it this strong chocolatey notes. It's actually the most chocolatey cigar I've ever tasted. Not talking Java chocolatey, I'm talking like dark. One of the things I gotta say about this cigar that I really like is how much it evolves, because it never actually stays boring. It always keeps you guessing. It keeps evolving, goes from earthy, chocolatey. Even sometimes when I take a sip of alcohol, it gets a little leathery. It's fucking awesome. You know, in the beginning, it was very, like kind of had a kind of a spicy, peppery flavor, but that actually backed up, and that's kind of interesting because usually it's the opposite. It's usually starts smoother, ends on a high note. This one, it started on a high note, and now it mellowed out with no problem. Finished with the smoke. I gotta say, I'm really impressed at how right at the end, it still was smooth and flavorful. I expected it to get like a bit more nasty and a little bit stronger, peppery and charcoaly, but none of that. Just flavor, smoothness all the way through. Awesome. Cigar, I gotta say, was unbelievable. I get a little nervous when people give me smokes to review, you know, like their own cigars, because I'm gonna stay objective, and I always like hate hurting people's feelings though. But so I'm happy when cigar is actually fucking awesome. That's great. It's definitely a smoke worth trying. It has many unique attributes, and I think that comes from that Florida tobacco. I've never really had a more chocolatey cigar, and I think this one is just so full of those chocolatey coffee notes. I know I repeat myself a lot, but it is very important because that is really the highlight of this cigar.
I love cigars. Blah, blah, blah.